I met this like old friend. Actually, we used to be like really good buddies back in elementary school. His name is Adam, and back in the days he was still in Hungary working shit jobs, mainly on construction sites. And then as I met him, we started to talk to each other. Hey, what are you doing? How's life? And eventually it turns out that we were really on the same path back in the days. And I asked about his future plans. He said, yeah, I'm planning on going to northern part of India called Ladakh to do volunteering job. So yeah, as we arrived there to Zangla, it was insane, like literally nowhere close to civilization, like 3 days from the closest city. We found like, I think 20-30 Hungarians working on one monastery. It was like insane, and we loved it. We loved the atmosphere. We were talking Hungarian. We were doing our stuffs, right? We were hanging on the ropes with Adam. And it was a really great experience. By the way, we are talking about hitchhiking, so I told you that we've spent like 3 days hitchhiking from Leh to Zangla. It was really like a massive experience and really exhausting. It was testing our brain and our body as well, our patience, definitely. It turns out I'm not a patient person. Anyways, guys, if you are interested in hitchhiking and if I give you the excitement, don't hesitate to download the book. Yes, I wrote a book which is freely available through the website, which is www.TeePolgar, which is TeePolgar.com. You can find this ebook over there, so just put your hands on those pages and learn and understand why hitchhiking is good, who should do and who should not, and if you do so, what are the easiest ways to overcome the mental hurdles, because it's only up here that stops you from hitchhiking. I mean, even Warren Buffett likes to save money. There is no person in the world who wouldn't like to do that. And there I'm sharing you my ideas, how can you overcome the mental hurdles. Anyways, in Zangla we were working, I don't know, like I would say like less than a week. I was doing it, Adam was doing before and after, Adam was doing after a couple weeks more. But I just really went for the experience actually to add some value. I wasn't good enough English speaker that back in the days to be a teacher, and I was more out in the nature person. So I was really enjoying my time hanging on the ropes and smoking weed once again. Yeah, looking back, I gotta tell you guys that I used to smoke quite a lot of pot, and it's not that I'm proud of it or I'm ashamed of it, but it is what it is, and it was part of my life. And in fact, it was a really massive influencer how my future shaped and formed over the course of time. Anyways, the food was really rubbish. Like, I came to this conclusion that I have problems with the local people in India. Again, I'm stereotyping here, so I apologize for the number of Indians I would die for, like Richie, Panju from India. I love them. But guys, I'm sorry for generalizing, but this is how I could conclude it, that Indian people are messed up, Indian food is amazing, Tibetan people are amazing, Tibetan food is messed up. So when I say messed up, I mean it. I mean, once I had this like breakfast, this Tibetan cuisine with our host family. So 3 Hungarians were hosted by one family. This is how it went usually. And we had one Hungarian who goddamn jerked off in the middle of the night, in front of us. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, and neither the other Hungarian nor me were sleeping. So that was just gross and shameful. And as I was eating in the morning the breakfast, not because of the wanker, but because of the quality of the food or the taste of the food, doesn't really matter, I just threw up. But I threw up the way that I threw up next to the house. Like I couldn't go all the way to the toilet. And I was spitting, I was super angry. Like, how could you treat the people here, blah, blah. Again, my ego was just so up high without any actual reason, without any potential, any rational factor, that I even spit on the floor, which was like basically it's just ground, but still I did that. Like, shame on me. Well, I'm not proud of that, but I do start the story because, again, this is the point that I do want to give you the full picture. What was going on, where I started, how did I feel, how was I, and what I have become on the road. And yeah, the last night we sneaked in the monastery, which was locked, but somehow, thanks to miracles, we opened it. We kind of like broke into that, but we slept in the last night in the monastery where Alexander Choma used to live in Berkeley, Tibet. Like, you see, I can't even finish the sentence because I have this high smile on my face. I just love it. It's just so much experience over there. And we got paid, of course, with Adam, and it was like insane amount of adrenaline over there. And then the way I left it, I didn't want to hitchhike back, risking 3-4 days, given the amount of time we had to spend last time. But I crossed actually the Himalayas in 3 days. And by this, actually, I gained 3 days, because by this, I covered 6 days of travel, because like the way from here to here, by land, it goes like this, and I just did this basically. But I had to trek, and I had like insane elevation covered. I had to ask locals for water. I ran out of water, I ran out of food, and I always found help. It was a miracle. I thought that, well, what's going to happen? I'm not going to be able to find food. And what if people are so proud that they don't even take money? They just say, piss off, mate. And it wasn't the case at all. In fact, everybody was happily helping me, and they really appreciated it. Looking back, I should have given money to them, because this was the right thing to do, which I didn't. So I regret that. I was too stingy again. I should have been more frugal instead of stingy. Save the money, but know when to spend it and how to spend it. Guys, so I did this trekking. It was insane. I ran out of ideas, I ran out of faith, and every single evening people give the faith back, people give the ideas back, the energy, the vibe, the love, the passion, everything was given back because of the locals' help. The way they helped me, the way they reached out to me, and the way I started to ask people for help was just insane, and I'm so damn happy. So guys, I think this is it for today. If you haven't subscribed for the Instagram account, please do that. It's TeePolgar. And guess what's the YouTube account, which you should subscribe as well, TeePolgar 2. There I'm sharing daily stories with pictures or small videos, and this is Instagram, respectively, of course. And for YouTube, I do share like longer, usually 10 to 30 minutes long videos, where I'm talking about how to travel for free, how to unlock cheap traveling, what to do, how to make money on the road, why you should travel, why you should not travel, and so on. And of course, if you haven't subscribed me for my Facebook account, then do so. I strongly encourage to do so, because there I'm sharing more like inspirational things. So if you're struggling with traveling, if you're struggling with making the right decision in life, look, before I continue, I'm not saying that I'm the right answer, I'm not saying my content is the shit, but I truly believe that every single person in the world can find a certain level of inspiration through those videos. So guys, why not subscribe? Why not be the first one who gets to know about the shit when it's going to be released? Guys, thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate the time that you spent here. Stay tuned. Guess what? Because you, with a little bit of me, are shaping society. Bye.